Guys, I'm Abira. Welcome back to my channel AR Code Me, and today we will be building a Flask logging application in Python using the Flask Microframework. Okay, so first up, what you want to do is you want to go to your terminal. You want to do pip install Flask. Just wait for it. Here mine is saying requirement already satisfied because I have downloaded Flask before. Just ignore this. So it will take a few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. After that, your Flask should be installed. Okay, so now what you want to do is I'm using Visual Studio Code as my editor. Okay, so now you want to change your directory to desktop and then make a directory called Flask app. You can name it anything. So now on my desktop we have a directory named Flask app, and then we'll cd Flask app. Change the directory to Flask app. We go to Visual Studio Code. We go to desktop. Here we have Flask app. Open that up, and here we go. So now what you want to do is you want to create a new file called app.py. This is a Python file. Okay, so now we can start coding. First up, you want to import Flask, so you can do from Flask import Flask. Okay, this has this capital. So we have just imported the Flask module. Now you want to initialize your app, because if you don't initialize it, your code wouldn't know what to take as its base thing. Your code builds off of the app that you've initialized. So we can do app is Flask name. Yep. So now we have initialized our application. Now we can head on over and make routes. So routes, what are routes? Okay, routes are these different web pages in a website. So we'll be running our website on the local host. So we have localhost /home, that is the home page, /about, that will be the about page, /post or /contact or whatever. Okay, those are the different routes. So to initialize a route, what you want to do is you want to do app.route, and in this route function or method, you can call it, you pass in the name of the route. We can do /home to say that this is the home route. And you can do another one of these. You can just copy it, and here you can remove the home. So it is saying that if the user goes to localhost /home or localhost, just plain localhost, it will return these same results. Now we define a function, define home, and we want to return, let's just return hello world. Okay, save that. Now we head on over to terminal. We do export Flask app is if app.py, and you can also do Flask debug. Flask debug. You can set it to 1. So export Flask app, it is just telling our machine, so Flask, that we will be using app.py as our base for the Flask application of Flask. Debug is run it in debug mode so you can see any errors which pop up. Okay. Now one thing that you need to do, it's optional, I think, is this: if name equals name app.run, we just run our app. Okay, now let's just get Google Chrome out here. Yeah, Google Chrome. Oh, my bad. After you've done this, you can just run the app from here, from Visual Studio Code. For the output. Okay, so it's saying serving Flask app, blah blah blah. Oh, debug mode is off here. What you can do is debug equals true. I know how to stop set, so we'll just run it on the debug mode off for now. Okay. So now let's head on over to Google Chrome, and instead of this 125.0.0.1, or you can type in right here. You can type in localhost port 5000. Colon and the 5000 means it's running on port 5000. Click on that, and here you can see it returns hello world. And if we go to slash home, it still returns the same result, because here we have initialized it to take two routes. You can even write HTML in here, h1 and the h1. See, this is the trouble when you start using Visual Studio Code. Like, I don't know how to stop this. I don't know how to stop this. So I'll just exit out of here. I know this is tyrant. Okay, let me just open Visual Studio Code back up, and here we are. Oops, here we are. Oops. Oh, come on. What? It's not moving from out of the screen. That's the problem that I'm facing. Yeah. Now it's better. Okay. And now if you run this, debug mode, if you make any changes to your application, it will automatically update. You won't have to like stop the server, run it again like it just did. Okay. Now it's in heading 1, H1. You could also centralize it. Oh, this right spell your center. See, it says restarting with stat because the debug mode is on. That's how it helps you. Boom, it's now in center. So this is the basic, this thing. And you could also do a few other things. You could pass in like true pure HTML. Okay? Let me just show you how to do that. So up here you want to Flask and also the render template. You wanna import render template as well. So here we'll just make a new folder, templates, and in here make a new. Now let's do home.html. Make sure the package structure is the same, that it's in templates, then home.html, otherwise it won't work. Here we can just get a basic boilerplate going. Home page, and in the body we can just have h1 this is just the beginning of my awesome blogging application. And if you want to see a full demo of what this is, I'll link a video down in the description. Go check it out. Okay. Now that we made this basic HTML, we can go back to our home. And instead of returning this hello world blah blah blah, we can just do render template, and then you give the name of the HTML file. It was home.html. So this is saying, it's like in any function it says return, then render template. It means render an HTML template, and if you're passing in home.html, so this home.html, it's going to render that out to our application, and it says hello world, this is just the beginning of my awesome blogging application. So let's reload that, and boom, you can see this is just the beginning of my awesome blogging application. It just rendered this template home.html right over here. Okay, and I want to show you something real cool. It's called the Ginger tool syntax. So instead of making this home, let's rename this to be base.html. So that means this is the base template. Okay. Now I'll show you the Ginger tool syntax. So instead of hard coding what we want in each of them, each of the different templates that we have, we can use the Ginger tool syntax for the main one. So in the main one, what you want to do is curly brackets and then 2% signs, and in between those you can say hold up. Yeah, in between those you could just say, we'll call this block. You need to do block, and then we want the title, because this is where the title of the head page of the web page goes, right? So it will create a block named title, which all the others can build on, and then do this again and write m block. You can also do any block title, but you don't need to. And inside the body, you want to do the same thing, but this time you want to give it a different name. So block content, because this will be the content of our web page. And you could just end block. So we have created two blocks here, and they are not hard coded in, so that means that we can build upon them in our different templates that we have. So let's make another home.html, and now instead of writing all of this HTML and all that, what you can just do is this. Boom, bye bye. boom. You can just do extends, not bad, extends, then the name of your base file. In this case, it was base.html. Okay, it says it extends base.html, so anything which is not contained within a block will be used. So all of this will automatically come there. This end head and body and body and end HTML, all of that will come there, including the block title, but they won't be hard coded in. So you can change the values of it. Okay. So let me just show you what I mean. You could do block title, because that's what we have right here. Block title, and inside this block title, you pass in the title, home page. You can also pass in any style or any href links to your style CSS sheets or whatever. Okay. So now, for now, we'll just pass that in. Now we'll do like we did with the base.html and the block, and we can now do the block content. Let's just close that right there and block. So within this block content, we can pass in anything which we would generally pass into the body, like h1 and paragraph tags and whatever. Let's just pass in a paragraph tag for now. This has been built on top of the base HTML. See how less HTML, how much less HTML we have written. And like earlier, you would have to write the doc type HTML, language is English, head, meta, and all that. No one wants that, we just want code, okay? Now that we've written that, let's make sure it is running. Yep, it is running. Let's reload this, and it says this has been built on top of the base HTML. You can click on inspect element, and what you'll see is that it's a complete HTML document. See, doc type HTML, HTML language this, the head we have everything from the normal one, and the body we have our own. So that is gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Just a quick recap of what we did. We downloaded and imported Flask render template. We initialized our application over here. We made 2 new routes for the home page. We made a function which returns the render template for home.html. And this home.html builds on top of the base.html and its other blocks. This base.html has 2 blocks, block content and block title. We built upon them, and in the end, in the Flask app, we just run it with the if main, w equals main. It's pretty basic. Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. But that's it right now. So, peace.